Hi, welcome to the Warhammers. Today we're going to be running my Proctor-Exactant build. This is all about being the support class who can fight in the thick of melee and not have to sacrifice anything to help out the team. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let's hop into the build. For the loadout, we're going to be running the Arbites shock Maul and the Exterminator shotgun. For the shock Maul, it's going to be the Mark III. It's the only variant we've got at the moment, but for the blessings, we're going to be running Thunderous and Relentless Strikes. Thunderous allows us to apply debuff to enemies when we hit them, and Relentless Strikes allows us when we're dealing with a larger target and we have to keep on hitting them to do more damage against that enemy. For the perks, we're going to be running Flak Armor and Unyielding. Unyielding is mainly just to allow us to do more damage to monstrosities when we come across this build. When you look at Relentless Strikes, we can get up to 50% extra strength, along with a Thunderous debuff, and then 25% extra damage towards them. We can do quite a bit of damage with this thing. For the Exterminator shotgun, we're running the Mark VIII. This is the kind of slug pinpoint version. As you can see, the actual picture of it's got the longer barrel. But for the blessings, we're running Full Bore and Punishing Salvo. Full Bore allows us to get 20% extra strength when every pellet in a shot hits the same enemy. Punishing Salvo is 50% weak spot damage on second, third and fourth shots in a salvo. Now this is really handy when we've got a horde of crushers coming towards us and we're just shooting at their heads. We're going to be doing shed loads of damage. For the perks, we're running some additional range weak spot damage and then 25% damage against flak armored enemies. The reason I like range weak spot damage again rather than unyielding is we're getting enough stacks with our strength to be able to two-shot some ogre enemies once we start to build up those damage stacks. So I like the range weak spot damage just to be able to deal with gunners at a slightly longer range, as this thing can be quite effective when dealing with them, and the extra range weak spot damage is always funny to watch. For the Curios, we're running a 20% max health with some additional max health, toughness and revive speed. 17% toughness with toughness, max health, and unfortunately block efficiency here because this is the same one on my Subductor build and I don't dare change it. And then lastly a 16% toughness with extra toughness, max health and revive speed. You want your Arbitrator to stay in the fight. You want to be the last one standing, so when you chuck down that Nuncio Aquila, you can get your allies up nice and quick. Let's hop into the talents. So this build mainly focuses on the centre line in the tree. So first things first, pick up Withering Fire, which gives us extra range damage for 5 seconds after we reload. Well, if you're a panic reloader like me with a shotgun, it's fantastic. You're going to be sitting at 15% extra range damage most of the time. Then there's No Escape, which gives us 10% damage and 10% movement speed on elite or specialist kill. Well, on higher difficulties, they're everywhere. Then we've got Up Close, which replenish 5% toughness on close kill. And lastly, Force of Will here. I like to branch off. Force of Will is just amazing if you're using the shock mauls because every attack staggers an enemy. You could drop this if you want to get something later on in the tree. However, I quite like it just to give us that kind of power in melee with this class. We've then got Walk It Off, which spending 1 stamina replenishes 15% toughness over 3 seconds. Well, if we're sprinting somewhere, we're sorted. Moving down, get the toughness damage reduction. Then just branch left and pick up the 10% extra range damage. This is just handy with the shotgun. It's almost like an extra 100 damage with this thing. Then the Arbites Grenade. Really is kind of an impact grenade. You throw it, it goes bang. That's about it. Arbitrator Armor. They get Ammo Belt for extra ammo. Then Imposing Force. We gain 25% damage resistance for 5 seconds after elite or specialist kill. And then Ruthless Efficiency. The reason we're picking this up is just to get even faster reloads. Plasteel Plates for 25% extra toughness. And for the dog, we're not really leveling up the dog part of this build, but he's here. So we're going to get Unleashed Brutality, which just means we're going to be dealing with a lot of close ranged enemies. We're going to be wanting to do some extra damage to them. Get the Cleave boost. Then we're going to be picking up the Nuncio Aquila. So for those who don't know, the Nuncio Aquila, it's kind of a ranged deployable, which means allies within 7.5 meters replenish 7.5% toughness per second, gain 30% suppression deals and 30% impact, as well as immune to slowdowns, suppressions, and have less recoil, and immune to interruption on turnip fire. Enemies within 7.5 meters take an additional 15% damage. Has a 60-second cooldown and lasts 20 seconds. So we're going to pick up both of the modifiers for this. First one essentially allows us to buff our allies, with a 30% revival speed being really important here. If someone goes down with our Curios, we've almost got a 50% increased revive speed. They will be getting up quickly. Then Fear of Justice. The time between affected enemies' melee attacks is increased by 50%. And they also deal less damage, so really handy when we're dealing with a boss. You just throw it down, you can just start wailing in. They're going to be attacking slower and doing less damage. Want to get Justified Measures? It's a fantastic perk. Every time you do damage, you do more damage. Branch left quickly, get Arbites Revelatum, which gives us extra damage after successful dodge. Really handy on higher difficulties. And the reason we want this is Judicious Efficiency. 20% reload speed on the next reload on elite kill or specialist kill. Now the reason we want this is, again, our shotgun is going to be like whacking in those shells really quickly, so really, really handy. So for this build, I like to pick up Rebreather just to element into that support side of things. If anyone goes down or needs support in Pox Gas, well, you can run through it. You don't care. You've got a Rebreather. Street Smarts, gain 1 effective dodge and 25% dodge duration. This is just amazing. It's really handy and fantastic when we're kind of trying to dodge with our ranged weapon out. Priority Endowment, extra clip size, rounded up. Really handy, turns this shotgun from 4 to 5 shots. Monstrosity Hunter, 20% damage to Ogryns and Monstrosities. Again, handy when using this shotgun, will sometimes allow us to get a 2-shot kill off. Then we're going to be picking up Terminus Warrant as our keystone. Similar to Melee Specialist for the Veteran, when we do ranged attacks, we get stacks of Melee Justice, up to a maximum of 30 stacks. With the bonuses in this tree, we also get a few other things, but every time you then switch to melee weapon and attack, you lose those stacks, but gain stacks of ranged justice. Essentially, when we have Melee Justice active, we get 15% extra melee damage and 25% extra melee impact, and when we have Ranged Justice active, we get 15% range damage, 50% range cleave, and 50% suppression. Really handy when using a shotgun, especially if you want to try out the other mark, when you're spraying everything with shotgun shells, you do loads of damage. Now we're going to pick up all of the upgrades on this keystone, so we want Dispense Justice, that gives us faster reload speed, and you can start to see how this is going to stack, and it's going to be crazy. Terminal Decree, that when you have stacks of Melee Justice, you gain additional 10% melee toughness regen, and allies in Coherency replenish 25% of any toughness that you replenish. Now tying this into the very bit at the top of the tree, whenever we cause an impact on an enemy in melee, we regen toughness. Well, this allows us to now start spreading that toughness to the team. Again, part of the support build here. These 2 upgrades here on the keystone essentially mean that when you swap after a certain level of stacks, you get more buffs. For this one, when you swap to Melee Justice after 15 stacks, you get an additional 15% melee attack speed, and for the range, you gain a 15% fire rate. Lastly, Writ of Judgment is exactly the same, but this time you get some extra buffs at 30 stacks. So we get 15% melee rending until we run out of stacks, so again, we're doing more damage. And then for ranged at 30 stacks, we get 25% critical strike damage and 25% weak spot damage. You can start to see how these weak spots are starting to stack up, especially when we get a monstrosity running towards us, and we're just spraying at them. Obviously, it's all going to be dependent on your aim. My aim's not the best, but I still managed to make do with this. Let's hop into some testing. The Shock Maul? Well, its light attacks and nice sweeps like this. These hit a fair amount of enemies and do a fair bit of stagger. The heavy attack is an overhead, followed by a sideways sweep. The block attack is a sideways sweep again. As you can see, this weapon's got a fair amount of stamina, so we don't really need to another curio with another one. The alternate attack looks like it's just a weird normal hit. However, if we hit an enemy like this and apply shock, you'll notice it suddenly becomes stunned. This only works when an enemy is hit by the stun effect. There you go, they go blue, so that's when you can tell it's working. Unfortunately, it's really hard to activate on crushers. As you can see, this is me just hitting them over and over again. There we go. It took 5-6 hits, and really, you're probably just better off overheading them with the heavies. For the Exterminator shotgun, well, as you can see, when you scope in, it can be quite accurate. And the reason I've gone for the extra weak spot damage is just to allow this thing to do a little bit more damage at range when you hit that headshot. You can also see we start to get quite a fast reload once we kill things. Most enemies with this will be a 2-shot kill. If it's an Ogryn, it might tip over to 3. However, you have to remember we're going to have a few more buffs going on. To get the most out of our extra salvo, we're going to have to fire that one shot and then keep on firing. As you can see, it greys out pretty quickly between shots. So make sure that you're firing them as quick as you can. Because even taking that time to aim in between, it deactivated it. Now you're probably wondering, the gold shells on top, are they cosmetic? No, they're not. You can load them up. These shells apply brittleness. That means you can, if you want, kill an Ogryn with body shots. The Arbites grenades? They're just impact grenades. They do a fair amount of damage if you hit something dead on, and really handy way of dealing with like a special that's just out of reach. They don't do too much damage if you throw them next to an enemy, but they can still kill things. For the Nuncio Aquila, it's hard for me to show you, but you can deploy it at range, and the circle is its total area of effectiveness. You will do more damage, revive faster, attack faster in this, and when we start buffing up with different bits from our keystone, we will be attacking stupidly fast. The Nuncio Aquila lasts for about 20 seconds, and it has a 60-second recharge. In reality, it's only 40 seconds when you think that the ability is going to last a bit of time as well. But that's it. There's not much else to this build. You are support for your team, however, but you can also dish out a fair amount of damage. This build is all for the people who want to be a support class, but also want to deal out some punishment. Let's hop into some gameplay. So, this is going to be our Proctor-Exactant build. I cannot explain how fuming I am. I have just recorded an entire video and found out my mic was muted. Sometimes when I plug it in, it auto-mutes itself when I stop recording. I didn't check it, and they did a full half an hour run on this game, talking to myself. So, oh well. Anyways, let's hop into it. So it's a Proctor-Exactant build. We just want to wade in here. So as you can see, I'm just going to start... Oh, it's a lot of ranged enemies. Ooh. What are we actually running? So waves of special enemies, Nurgle blessed enemies, monstrous specialists. Nice. Everything this build can manage nice and easy. Pop. So funny watching them explode. It's a lot of enemies. Ow. Ow. Get the trapper. Well, I say we just hang fire in here a minute or two. Here we go. Where is that specialist at? I want to drop my... Get the disablers, and then start shooting the enemies. That's a lot of specialists. He's dead. Is that sharpshooter? Whoa! Start wading in melee. That's what? Ow, it's that sniper at the back lines. I knew it was going to cause me problems. There we go, look at that. With extra damage resistance, we still managed to kill him. Well, that was an intense start to this, but have a look how quick that revive speed is. Lovely. Where is it? Has anyone got it? There he is. There, go get him, dog. Thank you, guys. I sacrificed my life to make sure we could kill the enemy. Is that another one?
I don't think now is the time. You know what to do.
No, in fact, I'm going to save those grenades. Don't waste them. Nope, denied. That's another one. Is that an actual one? Come on, open the door. There we go. Ooh. Oh. So in this mission we've already killed 6-7 monstrosities. Nothing day's work for an arbitrator. Oh. Okay, web gunner's there. Let's go get him. Bonk. God, I love these shotguns. I mean, this isn't the most effective way to use it. They're just so satisfying. Ooh. Just with the reload as well. Right. Let's start wailing on things in melee. Oh, it's just gone from like 0 to 100 at the very start. So the reason I like light attacking with this thing as well is just dogs. It's a shame as well, because the last one I could show you, the last build video I literally just made, which I didn't record, which I was fuming about. Actually, it was just me as an Arbites, so it was really nice to kind of show the effectiveness of the dog when there weren't any others. There's this box burster, can't it? Right. Let's try and pick up that celebrity step. Where Medicaid? Another one. Really? Medicaid there. I need to go get that Medicaid. Yep, just gonna get that. He's there. Ah, oh, get the dog off me. Thank you. Oh no! Am I gonna pop it? Nope. Whoa. Just gonna have to casually damage him. You start to line up those weak spot hits, you can see right there we will do so much damage. Okay. This is a horrific Auric mission. Grenades. Some more ammo, I'll have that. There another, no, Medicaid's all been used. Let's reload this. It's just, I mean, I'm loving the, just the constant Arbitrator, like, shotgun line. Unfortunately, because the amount of ranged enemies, I haven't really been able to show you. I'm gonna throw this here. Oh, need to get. There we go. Stagger. So your impact grenades can't stagger beasts and nurgles, but they can stagger everything else. Oh, run out of box space. Let's get our teammate up. Going for it. Oh, no, he's in a side room. Oh, get rid of that. Just going to keep on damaging. Let him get out of there for a sec, stagger it. Nuncio Aquila saving the day. Get rid of him. This is horrific. Right. Let's go. Okay. Alright, get one up. Got the extra stamina. No, you cover me. Alright, got our teammates up. Get the Nuncio Aquila down. We've got to fight a horde here. Enemies be doing less. We can absolutely wade through it. As you can see, this is just like a mega close range support build. Oh. Oh no. Oh, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. You imagine if I didn't have the additional corruption damage debuff? Let's go get Revenant. I got you. See, just nice little fast revive speed. It's even faster when we're under the effects of the Nuncio Aquila. Another one! I just titled this video The Unstoppable Monstrosity Horde. I'm glad I'm running this build, to be fair. I mean, we could get the skull. I need to heal. I wonder if Judge has got a syringe. All for himself. Oh, just... I am going to use that. I'm going to get some great clips from this video, though. Glad I've had to re-record. Well, to be perfectly honest, the previous video I made for this was nowhere near as exciting. I need that. Got that. Good reload. Look at that. Oh, zesty. Probably shouldn't have wasted a shot there. Bonk, bonk, bonk. That's what I love about this variant of the shotgun, is each one of those guys was pretty much a one-shot kill. It is fantastic. I was like, I don't need the plasteel, but like the monkey brain in me is being like, I have to shoot it for the dopamine hit. Bonk. Oh, where's that chaos spawn? Where is it? Oh. Where's that bomber? Nope. Another one. Just gonna kill these ranged enemies. There he goes. Push him back. Just push him back in the door, I suppose. Oh. Ammo, thankfully. Ow, 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 ow. That dog keeps on making me think there's an enemy on me. Nice. Dogs are doing their job. Denied. Another one coming. Has he got it? You know, I'm just going to wail in and just... Oh, someone get a nice little bit of bleed damage off there. Is that a sniper? There was definitely an enemy there. Ooh. Like a horror film. That's the last bit of ammo we've got. Time to start wading into melee, I suppose. We're so close to... There we go. So this class as well, if you've got a mate who likes running veteran and has the ammo, like the shotgun just generates so much, because obviously one shot can do so much damage. I can't believe I'm about to do this. There we go. Just gonna press that button. I genuinely cannot believe, though, how many monstrosities we've had to fight at the start of this. Cool. Let me dig on that. Okay, got some ammo back. Is it a weakened Plague Ogre or an actual Plague Ogre? Right, let's pop this. Yeah, team will get him. I'm happy with that. See, just again, with the way the shotguns work in this game, they can do some sniping. Got him. And the gunner too. Alright, I'm gonna throw another grenade in that. Oh. Just gonna try and clear this out. I'm just gonna shut this door. What the heck just hit that? Just... He did something alright. He did a lot of damage. Moving on, let's go. So I don't know whether all these monstrosities are spawning because the arbitrators, we've all got like extra damage to monstrosities. I'll nab that. Just running in, need to hit everything. Alright, he's downstairs. Let's go again. I got you. Let's go. That is what this build is all about, that support. I should probably be using these brittleness shells a little bit more, so let's make sure we load them up.
It's impressive how completely the heretics have brought Atoma to its knees.
Take the ammo as well. Can we reach him? Yes, we can. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, so I find, like, you know, if it's not a one-shot, it'll be a two-shot. Okay, nearly there. Just excruciating amounts of damage. There's just so many of them, I just need rid of them. I know I shouldn't be wasting them as much, but I want them gone. Okay. Where they can't have all been hiding in there. Here we go. Oh, he's got a thunder hammer. His Auric mission is horrible. Well, I guess waves of specialists, then Nurgle's Blessing, and monstrous specialists on top, and only Scab faction as well. Pop. Bonk. Bonk. No. Proceed to miss every shot. Take those. I just was waiting for that. I did run into him as well. I think it's just this weapon is just so effective at light attacking. I mean, even if you want to swing with the alternate, if there is an enemy like electrocuting things. Like, to be fair, this combined with the Psycho might actually be like a really effective where is it? Oh, hang on, I'll get rid of that first. Oh, there's a lot of enemies coming. Oop, I was kind of just expecting at some point one of these muties was going to get me. Get rid of him. There's just so many ranged enemies. There's just a sea of red. Right, onwards. Let's get these data interrogators. Oop, oop. Just want to get this activated as quick as we can. Come on, get your weapons out. He can't be staggered. It's an arbitrator's worst nightmare. Oh god, what's out here now? Ooh. One more button to press. There's just so many enemies. Right, let's catch up with the team. Where's that kill spawn? Physics. very handy modifier to have a... Oh, I need to drop my Nuncio. Completely forgot about that. What's the actual flamer? It's the actual ranged enemies I'm more worried about. I don't care about trash. Oh, nice little shot. So the Proctor-Exactant build is all about providing the support in the front lines. It is fantastic, and it's just a fun build as well. Like, you don't feel like you're trading to be a support class. I think that's one of my best things about it. Denied. Legless. Oh. Make a dog. I don't know why, like, individual ranged enemies are spawning. It's like the game knows and is spawning more of them. Just keep it staggered for the team. Let's start wading in. Right. And there we go. That is my Proctor-Exactant build for you today. It's all about being a support class who fights at the thick of the front line. It's really handy to actually play a class that doesn't require to sacrifice anything to be a support role. And I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I produce Darktide 40k content and sometimes play other Warhammer games too. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.